It's been 4 months since Josh Duggar was arrested on child pornography charges. To the surprise of many, the 33-year-old was released on bail less than 48 hours after he was taken into custody. However, Josh was not permitted to return to the home where he had previously lived with his wife and 6 children. And so, Josh has been residing in the home of Maria and LaCount Reber, friends of Jim Bob's whose own children are fully grown, thus making them eligible to serve as Josh's guardians as he awaits trial. Not surprisingly, it wasn't long before problems arose in this arrangement. For starters, it seems Anna has been pinning the kids off on her sister Priscilla, so that she's free to spend the bulk of her time at the Rebers' house. Anna is spending most of her time with Josh at the Rebers, and her family has stepped in to help raise all their kids. An insider close to the situation tells UK tabloid The Sunday she takes them to visit him or they are looked after while she is there alone. Despite what he has been charged with, she refuses to believe he is guilty. While the kids have been to visit Josh several times, the source alleges that they spend the majority of their days with their aunt and uncle as a result of Anna's new living arrangement. Her family has been helping with the kids, especially her sister Priscilla and her husband David, says the source. Anna has pretty much moved in, but she's still not on good terms with Mrs. Reber, the insider adds. Mrs. Reber doesn't really want her there because they don't get along. In fact, it seems that Mrs. Reber doesn't really want Josh there, either. Insiders say she thought the offer to house Josh would turn out to be moot, as she assumed he wouldn't be granted bail. She was then further disappointed when Josh's lawyers had his trial pushed back from July to November. Now, along with the rest of the Rebers, Maria is forced to cohabit with a known sexual predator for at least the next 3 months. She's disappointed, she said in his bail hearing she didn't feel safe around Josh alone. While it's unclear if any incidents in the home have contributed to Mrs. Reber's suspicions, it's worth noting that someone in the Reber home called 911 on Josh's first night of residence. Meanwhile, the relationship between Anna and Josh's parents continues to deteriorate. Anna is really struggling with Josh's arrest, and she's still at war with his parents Jim, Bob and Michelle, says the insider. She has been pointing the finger at everyone else for what has happened to Josh. She's falling out with family members and isolating herself, the source continues. Overall, this is an extremely difficult time for Anna, and she is praying Josh gets off. Although Shell believes him, she is worried about the outcome of the case and their family's future. This source adds that the Duggars have not been assisting Anna financially, even though she's faced with the prospect of entering the workforce for the first time in her life, while raising 6 children on her own. So yeah, as bad as Anna's situation is now, it may soon get worse. And it sounds like she won't be receiving help from her famous in-laws anytime soon.